Well, going to get myself a Charger. That's right, 1969 Charger, something I've been looking for quite a while. I think a lot of people are, actually. Might have slowed down a little bit, but keep my eyes peeled. In my region, you don't really see them pop up too often. What you do, even on Marketplace, they're just too far for me to travel. So this one's only an hour from me. I went and saw it 2 weeks ago. Thought about it for a couple days, made the deal, and now we're heading up there to grab it. And let me just tell you, it is, you can see that it's 10 degrees out. Yeah, wonderful day for it. We got a snowstorm coming tomorrow. So time is of the essence. Guy wanted it out, so here we are, making things happen. So we're gonna head up there. I'm probably not gonna shoot any video at all, just because it's too damn cold and I just want to get in and get out. So when we get the thing back home, situated, you know, we'll take a tour around it and show everybody everything. It obviously is gonna need some work. You know, these things, even in pretty bad condition, get some pretty good money, but this one's right in the middle of the road. It's all original, which is not relatively common. The engine, trans, everything is all original. It is missing some key parts, and we'll go over that, but it's got a lot of good parts too, though, a lot of key parts. So we'll be on the hunt for those, and definitely a lot of work to do, but I'm going to tune out for now, but when we get home, we'll get into it and check it out. Well, the deal is done. There she is. Pretty chilly out. 10 degrees, but I got layered up, so it wasn't too bad. Owner's a good dude. Previous owner, he bought it from another guy from an estate.
Turn left.
And we're hoping that the previous owner might still have some parts for this thing, because I think it might have been his father that owned it and took it all apart. Didn't really keep everything together, I guess. And you know, I expressed to him that
turn left onto State
if he's
Route
got the
20.
parts, I really want to keep them with the car. You know, there might be a little bit of animosity in there. I think a friend of the previous owner really wanted the car, but never showed up, and then showed up after I already made the deal with the guy, and it got all kind of weird. So I'm not sure how that's all going to go, but hopefully, if he cares enough about the car, he'll
in a quarter mile,
will appreciate the fact that I want to keep everything together, you know, and not separate it. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. I got about an hour drive, and then unload this thing, and I got 4 other cars in my driveway. I don't really have a ton of room. 1 garage. I'm gonna have to shuffle some things around. We got a big snowstorm coming. So yeah, excited, ready to go. We'll get a closer look at everything when we get situated. So stay tuned, and hopefully we can make this an exciting build series. All right, a little chilly out here, but before I threw the cover on, just got done bringing the Charger home. Had the Porsche over here, Nova in the garage, Roadrunner was in the driveway, Mustang is in the driveway. Had to rearrange some things, so squeaked the Nova all the way over to one side of the garage. As you can see, not that big. It's like an oversized one car. And I was able to squeak in the Porsche right next to it, thankfully. That belongs indoors anyway. Push the Roadrunner up. Look at the Roadrunner kissing the door pretty much. And then there's the Charger, and then in front of that's the Mustang. So probably the easiest way I could have done it. I was going to put the Charger in the garage, put the Nova outside, but I'm like, what am I doing? This thing needs to just sit out here until I'm ready. So I do have a cover for it. Got a cover for everything. But let me flip you around, show you what we got real quick. It's freaking golden. I've been out here for hours, but I think I can hack it for a little while longer. All right. So A4 silver. It's like a silverish green color, very sharp color. We're not gonna be able to get to see everything, but you know, I think it's pretty much fully disassembled. From what I understand, previous owner was a fabricator, and he started cutting into all the rust, but it was more like disassembly and never reassembled anything. So I don't know what's going on back here. It looks like there's some filler in that panel if it had a previous repair. I mean, clearly we got this rod here where the trunk extensions are, bottom of the quarter. There is a trunk floor, like a replacement, and then the trunk extensions, or trunk pan, trunk extensions, they're old school, so they're probably like year one or something. They're obviously not AMD or anything like that, and it's not even like a full trunk pan. It is a two-piece, and it also doesn't go all the way up underneath, and we'll see that later. So you can see I do have the rear window, which can be pretty pricey, but he plugged it up for whatever reason. Obviously had a vinyl top on it, and what appears to be filler and not lead. So whether or not this was a dealer install or who knows what, according to the broadcast sheet, it did have it did say hood, or excuse me, roof was A4, but then there's a section for cover and it's V1, and I'm pretty sure that's V1X is a black vinyl top. So we'll have a look at that stuff. But you know, this is it. Interior is there, but you know, they need to be reupholstered. Maybe missing some dash pieces. The radio is gone, the AC vent's gone, the cover, the glove box cover is gone. Does have a rear seat, the front seats. This is a buddy seat car, so no console. 383, numbers matching. Still got the trim, windshield, hood. You know, we got some bullet holes and stuff like that in this stuff, but yeah, it's what to be expected. Frame rails are actually in pretty good shape for considering this area, so it must have been stored inside a barn or something, because it obviously took on some of the elements, but not so much so that, you know, completely destroyed it. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Next project, not that I don't have enough already, but yeah, that's about it. It's about all we can really see at this point. There's not much more to say. It is what it is. So the engine and trans, I left there. I could have, I mean, it's mine. I go back and get it probably next week, but I decided it was too damn cold. You know, I don't have a cherry picker. My neighbor does. He would have let me use it, but trying to deal with all this, plus getting the engine out, muscling that back here, putting it on the engine stand, which I do have. The transmission, not a big deal, but I just decided, you know what, let's not even mess with it. He's totally cool with it. So I'll go back up and get that. Yep, there's the Porsche and then the Nova. But yeah, so yeah, definitely excited. Been looking for one of these things for a long time. They do not show up in this area often. And it's funny, there was one right before this that I reached out to the guy. He was 2 hours away, and he sold it by the time he and I can even, you know, share much of a conversation. So then this thing popped up. I think it actually popped up before, but it was like 10 grand more, and then I saw that he lowered the price, and I was like, yeah, that's worth going to look at. So yep, so that's what we got. So yeah, got to go get the engine and trans, bring her back, put it on the engine stand, and I got some parts to go through. Like I said, it's missing a lot of key pieces. It's missing the grill, the whole assembly, the actuators. But as I mentioned earlier, we are in contact with the previous owner. I really hope, I'll do anything really, you know, if I got to go through an old barn or something. Apparently he thinks there's another property where some of these parts are, because he found a couple titles for cars he could not find. So he thinks there's an additional property where these parts might be. Why they became so separated, I don't know. I don't know any of the story. I certainly don't want to talk about their business. But hopefully the owner is cool and sees that I really want to keep this thing original and marry it back with its original parts. So, you know, fingers crossed for that. And honestly, until some warm weather, we might do a couple things in the garage, but she'll be sitting out there and we're not going to be able to do too much with her. Plus, I'm a little short on space. So at any rate, stay tuned. Like I said, hopefully we can make a solid build series out of this, and in the next video I'll kind of give you my plans on what we're going to do with this thing.